So, this is going to be our first Spill the Tea with B. I'm Taylor, and this is...
Hi!
If you guys haven't met her in a previous vlog, this is my best friend of 5 years. And she's going to take it off because you guys know me already, so...
Hi, I'm Brittany. I met Miss Taylor about, what, 5 years ago, right?
Yeah, 5 years.
I'm going on 5
Almost
years. Yeah, going on 5 years. So long story short, I met Miss Taylor at a play date from somebody else. Somebody else had stopped by my house to come pick up some clothes for my son, and she invited me to a play date that she was having the next day, and Taylor and her son were there. Well, as some mommies know on the real, because I'm gonna be completely honest, at different stages with kids, they're at different levels, and my son at that time had been at the level where he was old enough that he had started getting into trouble where I had started spanking him on his bottom. If you're not okay with spanking, if you're not cool with it, if that's not how you parent, I'm down with it. I'm down with however somebody parents, but for me and my family, we were choosing at that time period for certain things with my son to spank him on his bottom only, on his diaper, not very hard. Well, during the play date, my son was being rough with somebody else's child, and to the point where I did spank him once, and you could have heard a pin drop on that floor. Like, it was like, it was so silent, like, and everybody, including Taylor, just kind of looking at me like, did she really do that? Like, it was so awkward. And so, like, I thought everybody in the group was just like, oh, they hate me, like, I'm not gonna be that mom, like, I can't believe she spanked her child in front of people she don't know. And lo and behold, like, as soon as I got home and I cried to my husband about what I had to do, I had a message on my Facebook from Taylor, from her, saying that, like, hey, like, I just wanted to let you know, like, it's totally okay that you spanked him. Like, she was like, I didn't judge you, I'm not judging you, let's hang out. And it just kind of snowballed from there. So our sons have known each other since they were both like almost 2.
It was like,
almost
they
2.
were a year and a half, I think.
Yeah. So, and we've known each other ever since. Me and her have been together since day one, and I am the reason that she met our other really best friend, our other 2 best friends, Kayla and Cameron. How we met them was because me and her were already friends.
You're the reason why I met Cameron, and then
I'm the reason she's the reason why I met
Kayla.
Yes. So we kind of like brought our own little troop, you know, together with each of them 2. So between the 2 of us 4, we're thick as thieves. Unfortunately, Canberra's not here. She can't be here for stuff like this because she doesn't live here anymore. But we're gonna try to incorporate her and Miss Kayla with this as much as we can when we can, like with doing lives and video calling them, so that they can be a part of it too. Because we want them to have this experience too, especially, you know, because everybody's gonna be moving on and moving away here soon, and it's gonna be different. So, but that's just,
she's moving in November to Texas.
Yes, so me and my husband are gonna start a new adventure with our little guy. So we thought this was a nice fun way to just kind of talk and like, because we already talk 24/7 anyway. We were just like, you know what? My husband made a joke one time, like a few years ago, like, I wish I could be a fly on that wall.
Yeah.
And listen to how you guys talk, like, they think it's funny, and then like the idea kind of like has been talked about like that, like as a joke, but then it kind of really hit me like, we should really do this to like look back on the future for like us and all 4 of us, and to show our kids when they get older too. So, you know, so that's why we're doing this. So we just wanted to tell everybody why we were doing it and how it got started and everything. And please excuse her, she's Miss Jade needed her attention. But so that's pretty much what this is gonna be. If you guys have questions, if you guys have comments, hopefully we'll have a time period where we can open that kind of section for you guys, so you guys can ask questions about us and get to know us a little bit better. I know with Taylor, you guys kind of already did that with her and her family. For my family, it's very simple. I'm married to my husband's name is Alex, and he's in the Air Force. He's currently not here right now. He is deployed overseas right now. He's going to be gone for a while. And then I have a little boy, Landon, my son, who you guys have seen in some videos before of hers. He's 5. He's the same age as Jackson, and Liam and Ava. They're all within like a year of each other, so they're all like close to the same age. But I have him, and I am a stay-at-home mom right now currently. I also babysit part-time. I don't have like a business with it, but I have like developed a nice like clientele with different people that I babysit. And I babysit one little girl in particular almost every day, and she's just as much a part of my family as these 4 ladies and their kids. So that's pretty much like very plain Jane kind of life with us. It's just me, my husband, and my son, and then me hanging out with these 3 ladies when I get to see them. That's pretty much our lives. So hopefully you guys will, you know, get to enjoy us and, you know, get to see more about this. And if you like it, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
All right. So here's our first, I guess we should call them what, episodes? Start off with episodes, I guess. Our first episode of Spilling the Tea with B. I'm Taylor, and she's Brittany. And let's see, what should we? April Fool's is coming up, and pranks. Pranks all the time.
You are one to talk.
If you have not seen the prank videos, I pranked Brittany with Camera's help. She pranked me, and then Brittany, Camera, and I pranked her mother. So we've all kind of been there. Oh, and this afternoon,
I was gonna say, hold up, time out, flag on the play, because this lady over here got me today. It was like
I didn't
really
even
like
have
a
the cat. I didn't even
thing.
know.
It was just a last second. So my son is big into Harry Potter like I am, as you can see from my shirt. Like, oh yeah, we are big Harry Potter fans. And for Christmas, he had gotten a Lego set that had Harry Potter, and it was like one of the smaller ones. And the set come with the Chamber of Secrets, the second movie. It actually was a set that came from that movie, and it had the little mini spiders from the movie that Ron's like not a fan of. And so it comes with these tiny little spiders, and I'm not a big fan of bugs, okay? Live ones.
Neither
Dead
am I.
ones I'm okay, I can handle with whatever.
I don't like bugs
But
anywhere.
so my son has them, and they're all over my house because kids come over, bleep it out, whatever. They get to,
we'll have
you know,
to find
throw
a
things.
sound
Yes.
to bleep out cuss words because
no, we're still working on that. But long story short, apparently there was one sitting by my washing machine, like upside down, and Taylor like actually got a little scared when she walked by and she saw it, but like she didn't like yell out loud like ah. So she had the genius idea, because I was trying to start my laundry, like, hey, let me flip it over so it looks like a real spider and see if Brittany notices it. Well, about apparently like a little bit later, I went to go start my laundry, and I bent down to grab the dirty clothes, and it was like right next to my finger, and I screamed bloody murder, and I scared like half the kids in my house. And I walk out, and this one's got tears rolling down her face. She's just like losing it.
Okay, so when I first heard her scream, like it's the normal scream, like when she's hurt herself, and because our friend Kayla was over there, Kayla goes, oh my God, Brittany, are you okay? And she's not answering anybody. And so I'm thinking like, oh my God, she saw it. So I start cracking up. She pulls the spider, she starts yelling at Landon and Jackson, is like, boys, you were supposed to pick this up, da da da, and throws it, not noticing that I am cracking up.
Yes.
Dying of laughter.
So, yay! See, like, even Charlotte thinks it's funny. I don't think it's funny.
She was
I know! They got me, girl.
And she didn't realize that I was laughing, or that I said, hey, Brittany, like, I didn't put it there, but I turned it over. Until afterwards, she goes, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. And so, you know.
So she got me with
Long
that
story
one.
short, funny.
So
But
now that that's coming up, I would like to prank somebody too. The problem with the pranking thing that I have is that I can't prank her or Camera or Kayla really well because I see them so often. I mean, I don't see Camera as often, but I try to talk to her as often as I can, and she doesn't physically live here. So like, I pretty much have to do it by like sending her something in the mail, like flicking something like at her when something like a box opens, and if it scares her, like I don't want her to have a heart attack and die, and I certainly don't want like her to get upset either, because I know she would be thinking it's all
there's
good
those cases
fun.
to where you could always wait until you go see her.
Yeah,
she
but
is coming this weekend.
Yes.
So there is that.
But I don't want to do that because she's going to be here for business for her photography page. So, and sidebar, if you don't know who she is, Camera Carol Photography, go on Facebook.
You will
type
meet
that
her this
in.
weekend
You will
because
meet her.
she has
She
to be in
is
the video.
amazing. Okay, I can't wait for you guys to meet her. And if you're in the area, in the tri-area around like Delaware or Taylor in Pennsylvania, if you she is worth the drive. If you want to book a session with her, we strongly encourage you. I have so many book sessions, and she does. Like, there's pictures all over both of our houses of her work, and some of her work is not even my own kid or me. It's like her kids or Cameron's kids or somebody else, because like her work is amazing, and we love her so much.
And
just
her
like we love
prices,
Taylor.
when you think photography, you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna spend like $200 to $400. No, her prices are literally super affordable.
So hopefully once we get this going, we can like start having like our tags and all that, so we can tag her business, because she just recently got an Instagram for her photography page. So if you're on Instagram, type in Camera Carroll Photography. If you're on Facebook, type it in, look her stuff up, and I'm telling you, book with her, because you will not regret it. It will be the best choice you will ever make.
User name, whatever it is, provide, and I'll get hers and put that in there so you guys can find us. And at, somewhere obviously you'll come upon her pictures in our photos, whatever, and we can figure out later how to tag that into stories and everything else.
It's gonna take a little bit.
We're still trying to get used to this. I obviously don't make that many stories on my Instagram, but I'm trying.
And I don't do stories at all on my Instagram. I'm very new to that whatsoever.
Really
I'm not even big on like I uploaded pictures of my son from Christmas like 2 weeks ago on my Instagram. Like, I'm not Instagram savvy. I like your pictures. I like it all the time. I'll look at people on Instagram, but me posting particular, I don't do it as often. Hi, Landon. You want to say hi to everybody? Look at the camera. Say hi. Say hi. I'm Landon.
Hi, I'm Landon. Bye.
Hi, Jackson. As you can see, we are moms, so we're not going to keep it real if they're around us and they're in the video and you don't get to see us talking and commenting all the time. Unfortunately, that's just how life goes, so you're just going to have to get used to having them there.
Alright, sorry, we had to do intermission. Jade needed juice. Obviously the boys are now back there. We have given tablets so we can try to do this, and Charlotte's eating. So
No shame in my game, sorry.
no, I mean, if it keeps them quiet, it keeps them quiet.
So,
before I got her juice.
so
What were you
the
talking
last thing we
about?
were talking about before I was like, hi, that's me, Landon, I introduced you all that. We were originally talking about April Fools. We were talking about these funky ladies, her and the other two pranking me.
And I told them about
in
the
general,
spider.
April Fool's Day pranks, and how I would like to start pranking you guys again, but I have to be careful about how I do it, because I don't want to be like mean with it. Like, I know Canberra is definitely not down with stuff that's like hot and spicy. Like, she does not do spice. So I can't, she doesn't either. So I can't do anything like that with her. Like, that would be the end of my friendship. Like, for her, that's like a line you don't draw. For me, I have a phobia of clouds. So that's a line that they can't cross with me. For her, it's bugs and stuff. Like, we can't cross that line with her.
Oh, hell no.
But April Fool's Day, I love it. And growing up, my grandmother pranking her and all of that. Like, she used to prank me. I used to prank her. My friends. Like, I'm down with the April Fool's Day stuff. Pranks. But
I mean, I'm okay with it. Like, I've seen people do it, but April Fools, to me, like, okay, yes, it's a holiday and people prank each other. My first year of marriage with Josh, I tried to be that wife that was like gonna prank him, trying to get on YouTube and do that. So, I mean, I do pranks on her, and I'll do pranks on Cameron and Kayla, but other than that, like, it's never really been something that I was too into.
I like pranking, but my biggest thing on it, and I know she already knows what I'm gonna say, because this is gonna be the hot and heavy part. But what I do not like, the number one thing that I should not be talked about, mentioned, anything or in between, is pranking about when a woman is having a baby. Okay,
that's just something you don't do at all. That's not a prank.
That's not a prank. Regardless of past history, so a little background on me, I've had some miscarriages before in the past since I've been married. So I personally experienced them. I know that Taylor has not, but she has been through me with them. And that is just one prank that I just think is so like disgusting and wrong, and like I don't understand how people do it. For example, we saw the other day a post about somebody asking about how she really is pregnant, but she wants to tell her husband she's pregnant on April Fool's Day to let him think it's a joke, and then wait till the next day and be like, no, I really am. Like,
yeah, and then the rest of the post was like, we should all tell our husbands we're pregnant on April Fool's.
yeah,
Like,
I don't understand that whatsoever. Like, I get, like, why some people want to do that, especially if they really are. Like, okay, maybe I'll give you a little bit of a leeway with that. But
no,
still,
see,
even that,
I don't think, even if you are pregnant, that you should say
he's saying
anything
it
about
on that
it on
day.
April Fool's.
I honestly do not think that anybody, because I know somebody, and I've watched, like, so I watched the Real, the talk show The Real. This is, I love that show.
This is where our idea
where
came
some
from.
of this came from for this podcast, vlog, whatever. That's because
Whatever
I love
we're
that
gonna
show.
call this.
And there was a story on there about them talking about this. And one of her friends in high school, Adrian
Yeah.
Young, love her, follow her, cheetah love, all that, yes. Love her.
Shout out.
Yes, because I love her. But she had told a story about how she either knew somebody in high school or back when she was younger who was pregnant, and the girl went into labor on April Fool's Day, and she called all of her friends and was like, I'm in labor, and they were like, no, you're not, because
Nobody
it's
believed her
April
'cause
Fool's.
it's April Fool's.
Nobody believed her, and
Oh
she
my
got to
God.
the hospital just in time to push the baby out because nobody believed her. See, that's why I don't think anything related to pregnancy and with the babies like that should be done on April Fool's. I don't think you should do an announcement. I don't think you should anything, because what if something like that were to happen to you? How would you feel? Like, if your water broke on April Fool's Day and you're calling people and they're like you're gonna be all alone.
Yeah, there's always
Cheese sandwich.
You want another
Okay,
cheese
once I'm all
sandwich?
done.
No. No
Once-
cheese sandwich.
No cheese
Okay,
sandwich?
Jackson, once I'm all
What's
done.
chips?
He said hi.
I don't want cheese sandwich.
Okay.
Jackson, come on.
That's the real. We have to stop and
Yes.
talk to the kids because that's how it
Cheese.
happens. Oh, you would like
No.
some cheese. He wants some cheese, mommy. Cheese.
No cheese.
No cheese?
Just want Doritos.
Oh, Doritos.
I don't have any.
We don't have any Doritos, man. We are fresh out the Dorito.
Jackson,
The Dorito train.
Jackson, come here. Doritos.
Yep.
Jackson, come here.
That's my
I'm
son.
making
I love Jackson.
Cheetos.
We don't have Cheetos either. You ate them all the other day.
But that can you imagine going through that, or for somebody like me who has experienced miscarriages? Like, it's hard for me to watch somebody be like, oh yeah, so surprise, the doctor said, I just went to the doctor, I haven't been feeling good, and not only am I pregnant, I'm pregnant with twins, and it's April Fool's.
yeah,
that's not
or
funny
that
to
thing
me.
that has been going around for the past 2 years, when people post that ultrasound and it's
Yes.
look, we're expecting, but we don't know whose it is, blah 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 blah.
That's not funny.
That's not funny at all. And I've
No.
all of her miscarriages that she's had, I've been there through all of them, and we know some people that are close to us that have had them before, and no, I haven't experienced one myself, but just seeing how hard it was for her, and seeing how hard it was for her and her husband to cope with that and then move forward,
It's here.
I can't even imagine. And then on top of that, to have people prank their husbands or their boyfriends or whatever, their significant others, with a pregnancy, and then posting it. I know that that's probably really hard in your head maybe when you're thinking about doing it, that you think it's funny, but it's not funny at all. I've never once ever thought that was funny.
It's for somebody who has officially experienced it like that and actually going through that pain and the heartache, just on a personal level of being a mom, the thought that you had what could have been a little baby in your hands that was in your belly, and then one day it's there and then one day it's not.
It just gets taken away from you.
And then it just gets taken away from you for whatever reason. It may be the Lord, whatever you believe in, physically, if something happened to you, you got sick, whatever. There's so many different avenues. But to know one day that there was something there, and then the next day it's not there, or that it has to be helped out and all of that, and then to watch somebody to make a joke of that is a level which I just don't understand. I don't understand it, and I'm not going to try to understand it because that's just not me. If you would like to do that, that's fine, but just know that if you will never be a part of my social media or my circle of friends and family if you agree with doing things like that, because I think that that's wrong. And if you don't agree, I mean, that's okay. Everybody has
Yeah,
their
I mean, everybody
opinions.
has their own
But
opinions.
that is one line that I think with April Fool's Day that comes up a
I
lot
don't
that's
think
not
should be
talked about.
crossed.
No,
Yeah.
and I don't
No,
think it's
not
talked about
You
enough.
see it and it's like, okay, like I've seen a couple statuses from friends from high school and stuff like that that are like, oh, you know, if you're okay with this, like, just go ahead and delete yourself type thing. But it's never been like fully talked about. Even Good Morning America, The Real, like whatever. Like I've never really seen people talk about it.
Too much? No, because it's one of those things because we live in such a big social media networking world now that it's supposed to be so taboo to be talked about because of the fact that it's because so many people up until like the past few years,
Yeah.
it was considered like a funny prank, like a cool prank. Like I grew up, there were tons of family members who pulled it on like on my grandmother and like aunts and uncles and things like that, and it was looked at as it was funny. And I'm not gonna lie, before I was a mom, when I was younger, before I even understood what being a baby was, it was funny to me until I hit like a teenage level, and then it was like it wasn't funny anymore. And I can't like bat my hand and say like I never thought the other side, because honestly I did growing up because it was looked at as normal. But times have changed and I have changed because I'm a mom now, and I know it's not okay, and I'm ashamed that I did laugh at it at one point when I was younger.
Yeah,
but I was 10, like I didn't know any better.
At that age, like you don't even know really. I mean, maybe possibly depending on how you grew up and how early your parents decide to tell you stuff, but honestly, you don't really know what babies and all that are yet.
Yeah, like I hadn't even gotten my period yet until I didn't even get it until 11. So I didn't even have the sex talk or anything like that. Like I knew nothing about any of that. So at the time, yes, that's a funny joke to me. But anyway, but yeah, so that's just something that I wanted to talk about in general because that day is coming up.
Yeah.
And it kind of hits
home.
home.
Monday, right?
Yeah, I think so. And it's one of those subjects that like people don't talk about, but I want to be able to talk about the heavy and the hard too. I don't want it to just be a fun channel. Like I talk about serious stuff too, and that's a serious subject.
I mean, I think for the most part, when we do talk about stuff, we're gonna steer clear of the stuff that's hitting hard now, like the vaccinations and all that.
Yes,
stuff. We are not going to hit that subject whatsoever.
You do.
But subjects that are hot and heavy like that are all over media. And
no, you don't want it, baby. I'm sorry. I'm not pleasing her today. She's not about Miss Brittany right now.
We won't be talking about those. But anything else, I think we kind of would talk about.
Yeah, pretty much. Because most
stuff.
of the stuff that like we are going to talk about, either we've already experienced or that you want to hear us talk about, is going to be questions and things that you ask. So if you want to know something about us and how we feel, if you don't want to hear the answer, please don't ask, because
don't ask.
we're going to tell you the truth, okay? But for the most part, you know, that's how this kind of thing is going to go. Like hopefully, like you guys enjoy hearing, you know, two moms talk about how they feel about things and getting to see your kids and getting how to see how it really is, you know, when you experience things firsthand. Because the biggest lesson I've learned from knowing Taylor and knowing her family and her kids and her husband and my other friends is that you have to be real. You have to be honest, be upfront. You have to be willing to talk about the hard, the good, the bad, the everything in between. Because if you don't, like, all that's going to get you is misery, because you're putting up a blank canvas and showing to the world that you're a perfect couple or you're a perfect family, and that's just not how it really is around here.
And obviously, like, this is going to be on my vlogging thing and vlogging channel unless it kind of takes off, and then we'll probably make our own little channel for
hopefully.
that.
That's what our goal is.
Yes. I don't necessarily know how much our husbands might be in this. Maybe we'll have them as guests. Probably not my husband. He doesn't even like taking pictures for my mom. He's not really a big
My husband is the same.
But Alex might join someday.
He might join someday because he's big into like gamers and watching like YouTube videos about gamers and talking about that stuff. And I also definitely, regardless of what happens with this, I definitely want to have her vlog the day that my husband comes home from his employment, because we are going to be doing something with my little guy back there that he's not going to know about with that, in regards to that. So you can probably guess what I'm hinting at without him sitting there. there because he could hear me.
Yes, all
So I
those
can't
videos
talk.
that people share on Facebook that you say,
Hopefully-
sorry, I'm not crying, whatever that
Hopefully
is.
she will capture that, and hopefully my friend Canberra has offered to do something special for us for that day to kind of highlight it, and I'm really excited to do it. I can't really say when he's coming back, just he's
No,
been
it's
stuck
gonna
with
be
me for
the
a
air.
while. There's really no tentative date, but when we get closer to that time, we will at least let you know to be looking forward to the
that
vlog
video, yes.
/ photos and all of that. So we will let you know ahead of time that
Yeah.
like, hey, that's gonna be popping up soon, so you can keep a watch out for it. But
Yeah.
other than that, like, sit back. As we really hope that everybody can watch our journey as best friends, our journey with our other 2 best friends and their family. We want to highlight all of that with everybody. I think it's a special
Try to
bond
get
that we don't get
everything
to.
there.
I talk about these ladies a lot, and I talk about their kids a lot, and the bond that I have with all 4 of them is so unique. I feel like it has to be shared with everybody else.
Yeah.
I wish, and it's an
Definitely.
experience worth taping, and it's an experience worth sharing with everybody else. I think everybody will enjoy getting to see a different side of the military life with the moms, and getting to see like the real ins and outs of what it's like having a spouse who has a deployed spouse. Our friend Kayla's husband will be enjoying that journey too, so you'll get to see her fresh with it and how she feels about it. I would definitely like to highlight on that too.
Yeah.
What it's like being best friends with our friend Canberra now that she's
Not a
moved away.
military
She's not
spouse.
a military spouse anymore. She's back in civilian life. Like, I would love to highlight on that too. There's a whole different kinds of, things we want to highlight with
There's
you guys
a
with
lot.
this, and hopefully you guys get to enjoy it. Hi, see, look, Miss Brittany got the touch. She's doing great.
She's staring at Landon.
But hopefully you guys enjoy. Hopefully we can continue on with this and it takes off. If it doesn't, we get to, back when we're 80 and we can barely remember, we can go back and look. And
Yeah, well, and not to mention, like, hold on, not the question. I was going to ask, like, time frame. Like, would anybody like the 20-minute, or should we just stick with, like, the 20-minute stuff?
Oh, yeah, I mean, that too. Like, we need to know that too. I mean,
Yeah,
would you
so would
listening
you
to-
prefer, like, maybe a 15-minute video of us doing opinions or whatever and just on one topic, or doing, like, a 20-minute video and trying to get, like, at least
Multiple.
2 topics into that, or questions or whatever?
Or
it is?
longer, you
Well,
never
yeah,
know.
or if you like longer. So
Guess we'll find out.
whatever you like with the time frame, let us know in the comments below.
Yep.
And what we would like to do is at the end of each one, we'll ask a question, and then it obviously will get answered, or the topic will be up coming in the next video.
Yeah.
So what is our question?
So our question for this week is going to be, we were talking about, the main thing we were talking about today was April Fool's. So our next topic is actually going to be talking about our pregnancies, when we were pregnant with our kids, and kind of how that was. So
Yeah, we should, okay, so instead of it being pregnancies, I think we should do like a type of journey talk, like
so
trying to conceive, the pregnancy,
So
and the birth
trying
type
to
stuff.
conceive. So I think the main question that we would like to ask you is, what was your journey like? Was it easy? Did you have a good journey with your kids regardless? Are you currently trying your journey to try
Are
for
you
your
currently
first?
pregnant?
Are you pregnant? Just what kind of journey are you on currently right now? And then we'll start answering how our journeys begin as mamas.
Yes.
For the next time.
So that will be up tomorrow after we get all your questions. So if you guys want to leave, what?
Sorry, I have to say, look, Kimberly's coming on Friday, guys. I just had to share that because I'm so excited to see her.
So just leave your experiences or add-ons to the next topic down in the comments. Or if you have my Instagram or her Facebook or Instagram, DM us and we will go ahead and answer those. But we will see you guys on the next Spilling the Tea with B.
Bye, guys.
Bye.